The myth of the creation of the Mayas. This is the story of the beginning. There was nothing. All was wind and water. There was neither light, plants, animal, soil, nor humans. Only existed six gods, covered by green and blue feathers. They rested in the main rivers. Those gods helped to hurricane to create the earth. The essence of their spirits and miracle powers gave creative energy to the earth. Since that moment, the earth had gotten its own heart. Thanks to gods, the air began to form. They separated the ground from the sky, and to do this, they planted a ceiba tree, giving place to all type of life. The roots of this tree sank on the nine levels of the Maya underworld. The logs stayed at the surface of the earth, and the branches reached the 13 levels of the Maya upper world. Later, they created plants and then animals, but the last ones could not speak nor worshipped the gods. Because of this, the gods decided to create humans. In their first trial, they used mud, but this creation did not have soul, and they were not good day counters. So the gods destroyed them with a big flood. The gods made their second attempt, but this time they used wood. The people that had been made of wood could not worship them either, so they were also destroyed. And those who survived were turned into monkeys. Then the ground and the sky existed, but there was not a sun or a moon. A presumptuous and vain bear called Seven Macaw claimed to be the sun and the moon, and of course it wasn't true. Two wonderful twins called Unakpu and Ixbalanque defeated Seven Macaw. They did it by shooting him with darts. The story of these twins began when their mother Ixkik spoke with the decapitated head of their father, who spied it in her hand from a cacao tree. Their father died in hands of the men of the underworld, but twins had been converted in big ball players, and to return their father to life, they challenged those men to a ball game in Ixabalba until they had passed the dangerous depths of the underworld. It was difficult, but both twins won the game with a cunning and dexterity. This allowed his father to return to life as the corn god. With the challenge won, the twins came back and rose to the sky, and finally they became the sun and the moon. Since then, the sky was lighted, and for the last time humans were created from white and yellow corn. The gods affirmed that corn was a precious substance which produced true and lasting humans.
Myths mainly characterize the culture of a place. In this case, woods are present. The myth of the creation of the Maya, represents in the best way the roots of who we are and where we come from, and in this objective of our creation. In this myth, we can see that the purpose of being created is to worship the gods, but also humans were able to see little things. With this, they were going to ask the gods to give them knowledge and wisdom. It should be noticed that humans were the most perfect creation of gods.
Here we can find why the corn is very important in Mexican culture. As we saw, the corn is mentioned as the best substance to be able to create humans. The corn is represented as something mystical because it gave the human characteristics that the gods demanded. In the same way, sport has been practiced since ancestral times, in this case with the famous ball game. It is represented as a challenge of high difficulty, that in civilizations the triumph of this challenge was a very significant sacrifice to the gods. Throughout our history, corn has been a fundamental element in a Mexican cuisine to date. Nowadays, the corn is important to our life because it is considered one of the ways in which we were created, which gives a symbolic value.
In conclusion, within these three great themes, we can also find some highlights as the origin of gods, death, resurrection, the cult of nature, ancestors, the power of magic, offering blood rites, the role of the woman, and social hierarchies. The legacy of this myth is still present among the current Maya, and the values transmitted by the myth are still valid among Mayan civilizations, which continues to champion respect for nature and tradition because ultimately their care remains the responsibility of the human being, the most perfect creation of the gods.